Welcome to tutorial number 2. Today I'm going to show you which settings options you have via the settings button. If you click on settings, you will currently see 8 presets here. You can change the number of the presets up here. If I press 4 and enter at the top here, you can see that there are only 4 presets left here. So you can set different numbers of presets here. Then you have the option of selecting the effect in each preset. In this example, this is lava lamp. If you press this button here, you can see the different effects. For example, twirly. Then this background effect also shines here. At the button here is the content for this effect, so to speak. On the one hand, this can be the shape, such as beam bubbles, etc., a text, a logo, but also the camera, if you have one connected. You can set the presets one after the other. If you want to save the whole thing, you can also save a preset here below. Of course, you have to enter a name. I'll enter X here. Then you can also see the folder where you have saved the whole thing. You can then load the whole thing here in the same way. With X is already in here. However, you must press apply for this to be accepted. The start button at the bottom here is the same as the start button on the main menu. And so that the presets can of course also be selected, you have the option here at the top to design the whole thing manually. Manually means that you can click through the shapes with A and D on your keyboard. And the background filter is retained and you can switch through the background effect with the cursor to the right and left on your keyboard. You can also make the whole thing synchronous by pressing Sync here. In principle, the presets are then selected with the cursor to the right or left as you have set them. However, you can also switch the whole thing off and then regulate the change of the presets via the seconds. In other words, you can say, okay, I want to set the shapes to 30 seconds and the background filters to 60 seconds. But you also have the option of synchronizing the whole thing. This means that you can enter a time for the entire preset, for example 30 seconds, and after 30 seconds it will jump from the preset 1 to the preset 2 and so on. If you want to exit this menu, you can simply press OK at the button here, and you will be back in the main menu. I hope you enjoy. We see you next time.